everyone, this is Shag179 here, and just before we get this top 10 list, well, today I'm going to be doing a top 10 list of my top 10 favorite Pokemon of all time. So yeah, before we get this video started, I'm heading over to my dad's house for a week, not the whole entire break, for a week, until next Friday. So I think I won't be recording there because there's not much room, so I'll be recording here. So I won't be recording for a week, okay? But anyways, let's get this top 10 started. So, top 10 Pokemon of all time. At number 10, we have our very own Xray. Now, Xray is the main legendary, the homeboy of Pokemon X. Now, Xray is, you know, the legendary of Pokemon X. And if you have Pokemon Y, you can't get it unless you trade with someone else. But anyways, the way to get Xray is after defeating all of the Team Flare, you get to Team Flare's headquarters and defeat Lysander and his Mega Gyarados. And after you have that chore completed, you are able to free Xray out of its tree form, and Xray will pop out. Now, the Xray would want to come with you. So, when the Xray jumps out and comes to battle you, all you have to do is just throw any ball at it and it will just go in. I threw a Pokeball at it and it just automatically caught it and stuff. So yeah, that's number 10, Xray. And number 9, we have... Wait, hold on. And number 9, we have my boy... No. And number 9, we have Pikachu. Now, Pikachu's the main star in all of the Pokemon games. And before X and Y, he didn't actually say his name in the games. He made a noise like the other Pokemon too. I can't remember the noise. It sounded like ah. And then in X and Y, he has a new voice where he actually says his name while the other Pokemon just make the weirdest noises. And that's another reason why I think Pikachu is cool. And at number 8, we have Cloyster. Now, I never actually mentioned Cloyster as my favorite, but Cloyster has a pretty cool design. The Shelter grows like a huge shell, and Cloyster has crazy defense because, you know, you're tucked inside of a shell, so that's so much defense. And Cloyster, one of its Pokedex entries said that Cloyster, well, in the Indigo League anime, Cloyster, it closes its shell and only opens it to attack. And since Cloyster has crazy defense, it can be a pretty hard Pokemon to take down. So yeah, that's number 8. At number 7, we have Mach. Now, Mach is the strongest of the poison type in Gen 1. And I had to think about it for a little because there's Mach and Alolan Mach. And Alolan Mach is poison and dark, and it's resistant to fighting. So yeah, that's pretty much, yeah. So I chose normal Mach because I don't think Alolan Mach should have been rock, poison, and dark. It should have been poison and rock because it has the rocks on its hands and stuff. But rock and poison and dark, yeah, that's fine. But yeah, I prefer normal Mach than just Alolan Mach. And at number 6, we have Alolan Sandslash. Now, don't get me with it. Sandslash has a pretty nice design. Sandshrew goes taller, and it has claws, it has hair, but Alolan Sandslash just looks a bit cooler to me because it's an Ice and Steel type, which unfortunately is 4 times weak to fire. Poor Sandslash. And then, but then he has a cool design, you know, he has like ice, and his hair turns into ice shards, and he still has the metal claws and stuff. So, yeah. And at number 5, we have, I'm trying to think. At number 5, we have Haunter. Now, Haunter is like the middle stage of Ghastly and Gengar. And, Haunter is basically, like, it's a ghost. Haunter is, he's like, in the games, in order to evolve into Gengar, you have to trade, which is really, really not my thing with trading. I don't have an internet connection on my 3DS, so I can't GTS trade and get myself a Gengar. It's sad. I have to trade my friend Sean if he feels like it, or if we feel like trading or battling or something, but yeah, that's pretty much how it would go down if I were to get a Gengar. Now at number 4, halfway down, now at number 4, we have Greninja. Now Greninja is like my favorite out of the Gen 6 starters, like Froggy, Frogadier, Greninja. I didn't really like Chestnut and Delphox and Brixen and Quilladin or Chespin and Fennekin. Because really their middle evolutions aren't like the coolest looking. Frogadier is I think it looks better than Brixen or Quilladin. You may be like, no way, Quilladin and Brixen are much better than the freaking frog. Nuh-uh. They are much better. So, and now, one thing I have with Greninja, which I think they should have changed, is that instead of Greninja being a water and dark type, I think it should have been water and fighting. Because, you know, ninjas, they fight and stuff. They don't become evil. Well, some ninjas are evil, but Greninja would be like a water and fighting, or its Ash Greninja form could have been water and fighting instead of water and dark. But that's just Game Freak's way. And at number 3, we have Litten. Now, Litten is a brand new Generation 7 starter, and I chose it rather than Rowlet or Popplio because, you know, when I saw Rowlet and then Popplio and then Litten, I had to take a hard choice because first I didn't like Decidueyes or Cimarina's Z moves. I more liked Incineroars better than others because it just looks so cool. The Pokemon who is being attacked by the Z move is sitting in the middle of a boxing ring, and then Incineroar jumps on the lines, jumps up, and does like belly flop or something, and completely destroys a Pokemon in the middle of the ring. And it looks so cool. At number 2, we have my boy, Executor. Now, when I first saw this guy, I thought it looked so funny, though. Because, you know, who wouldn't laugh at a walking tree with 3 heads? And the Alolan form is so much funnier because the thing has a huge neck. And instead of being a grass and psychic, it's a grass and dragon. Now, people have been saying, why is it a dragon? Now, the Pokedex entry for it explains, in Pokemon Moon, explains exactly why Alolan Executor is a dragon type, okay? So, it says, As Executor's neck grew taller and taller, it lost its psychic powers, and it had the force like a sleeping dragon. So that's why it's a dragon type. And in the Pokemon Sun anime, what's really got me ticking is that when Ash was in the Pokemon school and he went up to see the Alolan Executor, he went to the tail, and then Lily was like, "Oh no, the tail has a mind of its own!" So then the tail looks at him and it goes like, and then he goes flying away and crashes on the floor. And I prefer normal Executor more than Alolan Executor because, you know, Alolan Executor may be funny, but I stick with the normal Executor. If for real, I do have an Alolan Executor in Pokemon Moon. I actually have the game, and yeah, right. And at number 1. Now, before we head over to number 1, I have some honorable mentions that just couldn't make it on the list. And we got 2. So honorable mentions 1 is Luxray. Now, Luxray is evolved from a Shinx, then Luxio, and like Luxray is like a lightning lion or something. Well, that's not what it states, but Luxray is a lion, and it just looks so cool. If I could get Shinx in Pokemon X, I would totally have it on my team and evolve into Luxray. And I think Luxray is pretty good for Pokemon because it's got the electric typing, which means it is only weak to ground, and its immune, and its attacks lightning type attacks won't do anything to ground type. And then honorable mention 2 is Togekiss. Now there's Togepi, and then there's Togetic, and then Togekiss. I like Togekiss because, I mean, well, when Togepi evolves, it loses its cracked eggs and it becomes fairy and flying, which can be very useful when battling ground types, because now that it evolved to Togetic, and the only thing that I don't really like about it is that how Togepi evolves into Togetic by happiness, and I had a real problem with happiness when I was trying to evolve an Azurill into a Murrow into a Azumarill. And so yeah, I do like Togekiss because, I mean, fairy and flying, not too bad. You're weak to ice, flying, rock, and then you're weak to poison and steel, but yeah. So now, for the moment you've all been waiting for, drum roll please. Gengar. Now, Gengar is my favorite of the ghost types throughout the games because Gengar is, you know, he's cool, but he does have a dark Pokedex entry, which I can't really remember. But what makes me like Gengar is its Mega Evolution, because the thing, Gengar loses its legs, and it also gains a new ability, and its arms, they turn like the hammer, so it can. And then Gengar gains a new ability. Instead of having Levitate, it gets Shadow Tag. Now Shadow Tag is like an ability where if you can't switch out, when Gengar Shadow Tag, you can't switch out or like run away from the battle. So yeah, so that's all I have to say right now because I'm running out of time. So yeah, that was my top 10 favorite Pokemon of all time. Make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and goodbye. Peace.